It's the last day of summer. The sun has set on the last day of summer 2022, September 21st. It's 9 p.m. And I just saved this from the website, my solar panel website. And so we're going to save, we're going to copy and enter it into the Excel file I made where it's supposed to go to get the latest up-to-date information. Now I could day by day go through here and enter in how many watt hours we produced, but what if I made a mistake? It'd be easy to get one of these numbers messed up, so I always do a copy and paste. Now time to see what we did this summer. Let's start with the daily production so far this month. Right here, September, we're averaging 25.7 kilowatt hours a day, but that's counting all these as zeros. I think I can't remember exactly how I had it set up, and so, since there are no 25.7s on here, that had to be it. These are all counting as zeros. I need to maybe fix that at some point. At the end of the month, it won't matter. Right now we're doing 118% more than we used last year, but we are using something like 18% more electricity than we used last year, so that doesn't matter. I mean, we actually had to pay close to $60 for our electric bill last month, on top of the payment for the solar panels. We've used so much electricity, even though they're doing pretty much what they said they would do. But I just have to remind myself that if we didn't have the solar panels, who knows how much the electric bill would have been? A couple $100. But anyway, let's go to the, if you want to pause this anytime, go ahead. Gray is under 36, blue is over 36. And we were actually promised 35.6, but I wanted it more of an even number, so I changed this to our goal to 36. I've been considering changing it back to 35.6, because that is what we were promised. We were not promised 36. But it was just kind of annoying having a weird number up there, 35.6. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I should or not. Okay, let's look at the seasons. Here's summer. Summer started right here, June 21st through September 21st. Tomorrow, what do we do tomorrow? I'm going to put right there. And we'll start on the fall. And I believe the first day of summer is around December 21st. Hang on. I meant the first day of winter. Good gracious. When is the first day of winter?
Winter begins December 21st, 2022.
That's what I thought. I've been thinking about this, and I think on December 22nd, I'm going to start the new year. Because if not, then this winter is always going to be screwed up. Plus, it's never going to have the whole calendar. It's never going to have the entire winter. Half the winter will be on one year and half will be on the other. So I think I'm going to start doing this from the first day of winter until the first day of winter. Last day of fall. Can't talk, I'm tired. I'm usually in bed 30 minutes ago or about now. I usually go to bed at 9:30. 10 o'clock's a late night for me. So anyway, let's look down here. Spring. Now spring we only did a partial spring. We missed all these days where it was colder. So I would, our average right here. Jeez, man. This is why I should script these better. I just turn it on and start talking, but the average right here. Spring average 43.9. I don't expect that next year because we missed most of the cooler days of spring. They weren't hooked up yet. Look at summer. We averaged exactly 40. Of course, if I were to drag this out a little bit, it'd be 39.95. Round off, we averaged 40 kilowatt hours per day. After seeing this, I would have thought it had been a lot more. I am genuinely almost shocked that we did more in spring than we did in summer. But we had some pretty rough days. Right here was really bad days. Look at that. And this is summer. We had 6.5 in there at one point. Jeez. And gold days are 36 or above. I may change that next time you watch one of these videos to 35.6. Black days where we didn't hit what we were promised, below 36. And it wouldn't make much difference. Like right here, look at this one. On the 16th, we were promised 35.6. That should actually be a gold day, but I don't know. So anyway, but right now, gold versus black. We've had 89 gold days and 28 black days where we did not reach what we were promised, on a daily basis. 76% to 24%. Our seasonal high for summer, 52.56, and the low, 6.52. I would have never thought we would have had a day that bad, even in the worst cloudiest thunderstorm day in summer. But why not? If the sun isn't shining, the cells can't collect it. I just wasn't thinking, I guess. And you got to think, I have no experience with these whatsoever. So it's all new to me. Feel free to pause and look at this if you want to. Go back to the daily production. The most we've done this year is 53.03 and the worst 6.52. This is spring and this is summer. Early June and late July. The most 50 kilowatt hour days in a row this year, 3. The most 50 plus kilowatt hour days in a row, 3. The most 40 plus kilowatt hours days in a row, 12. Most blue days in a row, 36. We had a big long stretch that lasted more than a month of always reaching our goal. The most gray days, 4 in a row. Right here on the every day I think it's stormed and rain and cloudy and yeah. So I just added this recently. There's something there. The calendar year is 72.3% over. Seasons, there's nothing left here to talk about, I don't think. Pause if you want to see more stuff. And let's look at this. 117 total days. Now, congratulations. I don't think they mind me saying what kin they were or where they lived, but I'm not going to. Because some people are pretty private. But congratulations to somebody I know that just had their solar panels. They got them approved to operate yesterday. Yesterday's first day of operation. Today was the first full day. It took them 5.5 months from the time they were installed until they could turn them on. 5.5 freaking months. About 160 some odd days. Me, I was about to have a fit at day 57, 58. I was about to have a fit around day 40. But the guy that sold them to us told us the average from the time they were on the roof until you could use them was 2 to 3 weeks, or he said 3 to 4 weeks. I can't remember which one he said. So when it took double that time, I was about to have a fit. And of course, the official contract, once I read it, said that 180 days was average. And I'll just say the guy was mistaken, because I can't see in his heart. I hope he was mistaken. I'm hoping he's not deceiving people. But anyway, it took them 5.5 months. Jeez. And someone at work there, they asked me if I would do this again. I told them, I said, probably not. Because I wouldn't want to deal with the hassle. I wouldn't want to deal with worrying about when they were going to start working. They need to figure out some way to make it easier. And here's one of the problems. You have to wait on the electric company so nobody gets hurt. Because when the electric company finally came out and did their inspection, they said, we have to check it because we want to make sure if we shut down the power to the block, your power is actually off. We don't want to backfeed. Somebody could get killed. And all the regulation stuff take time. But he had the same problem I did. Failed the city inspection. They didn't hook them up right. Just like the guys didn't hook mine up right and they failed the city inspection. But anyway, look at this. This is, for the summer. We need to look at summer. Only 7 days did we get over 50 on kilowatt hours. We did more than that in the spring. 8%. 57 days or 40 to 49, 61%. 30 to 39 kilowatt hours, 14 or 15%. Look at this, 20 to 29, 10%, 10 to 19, 4%, and under 10, 1. For the year, you can pause and look at this if you want, but let's look at this. For the year, 4% of the days have been under 20. 26% have been 20 to 39. Can y'all hear Dobby, our German Shepherd, lapping up that water? That's what that noise is, if you're wondering if you can hear it. Anyway, 30 to 39 kilowatt hours, 26%, and over 40, 69%. 117 total days. But look at this. Our electricity usage is up 19% over what we used last year. Jeez, it's been so hot though. So hot. Well, that's about it. I don't know of anything else to say. If you're considering getting solar panels, just know that it could be a mess. And it's not just because I live in Arkansas. These other people that took 5.5 months, they live in an area of the country where you would think they would install them a whole lot more because they get sun a whole lot more. It's next to a huge city. It's a suburb of a huge city. So you would think that more people would be doing it. Here, I chalked it up to them not knowing what they were doing because it's Arkansas and they haven't done very many. As a matter of fact, I've only personally seen one other house. I live in a town of 80,000. I know where I could take you, 2 other houses. I know where I could take you and show you solar panels on 2 other houses in the entire town. Now, that doesn't mean they're not on the back of the roof and I can't see them. It doesn't mean I hadn't noticed them. It doesn't mean there's only 2 in the whole town. That's not true. But I only know of 2 besides ours in the entire town, and they both live about a mile from me or 2 miles from me. And that's it. I guarantee you go to a large city in Florida, Texas, California, that ain't gonna be the case. So evidently it wasn't just because I live in Arkansas, I don't guess. I don't know. But I do like them. I think they're kind of fun to watch and see what they do. But they were so expensive and so much trouble. I wouldn't do it again. I could deal with one or the other. You make them where they're not quite so expensive, but it's a lot of hassle. I would do it. You make it where it's no hassle and they're still extremely expensive. I would do it. I just don't think I would deal with both issues again, the money and the trouble. Just don't think I would. But anyway, they're hooked up, and I'm glad I did it. I think I'm glad I did it. Now that it's over, but I wouldn't go through it again. I know that sounds like I'm talking out both sides of my face. Bottom line is, I don't know, because I do like them, but I have a completely stress-free life. I don't like stress. I don't like it. All right, that's about all. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.